You've probably seen dozens of videos before telling you the same thing about how Marble Hill used to be a part of Manhattan Island and now it isn't. But what nobody ever tells you is that when it was connected to the Bronx, they also deliberately buried the first and oldest bridge in New York City, the King's Bridge. Yep, this is the bridge that gave all these neighborhoods and streets their name. But let me give you a quick recap if you actually aren't familiar with the history of Marble Hill. The top of Manhattan Island once looked like this. In 1817, to reduce the tight curves of the Spoyton Creek and make it more navigable for shipping, a small canal was built at approximately 222nd Street. And by 1888, a proper canal would be built, permanently severing Marble Hill from its borough. But let's flash back to almost 200 years before that. In 1693, Frederick Phillips, of the family that owned most of Westchester, built Manhattan's first ever connection to the mainland United States. And being a total British loyalist suck-up, who would he name the bridge after but the King? The King's Bridge was a toll bridge, but in time, other competing and free bridges would open up. For over 250 years, these original bridges were in use to connect Marble Hill to the Bronx. In 1914, the natural and original path of the Spoyton Creek was filled in with rocks from the excavation of modern Grand Central, and Marble Hill ceased being a little man-made island and was permanently attached to the Bronx. This is an interesting map because it shows you exactly where the creek and the bridge would have been in relation to the modern streets. Now, obviously, there's no need for a bridge over land, but at the time, the King's Bridge was still there. Here are some of the last photos of the King's Bridge from around this time. Once the Bronx borough president took control of the street that the bridge fed onto, he did not have it demolished or removed, he simply had it paved over. So the belief is that the original bridge is still buried right here under Kingsbridge Avenue. I asked the city for permission to dig up the street to excavate it for this video, but they told me no. Unbelievable.